You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hello and welcome to episode 226 of the Rusted Robot Podcast. Today is December 16th, 2018.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations.
I am Locutus, a Borg.
You're like a machine underneath, right? But sort of alive outside?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
I'm an android.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Counterfeit, facsimile, replica.
We need some sort of robot. Ah, crap! I'm some sort of robot.
It's Sean here once again, and as you're listening to this, as it's coming out on this Sunday, I am traveling back from my international vacation, so I thought I needed to do something good for you guys. I don't know what's happened this week in pop culture. I've been kind of out of the loop. I'm actually recording this. What's today? Today is December the 8th, so I'm just getting it pre-ready, pre-launching it. It'll come out Sunday. I'll be back Sunday evening. And what are we doing this week? Well, once again, probably lots of cool trailers came out. Celebrities died. Casting news was made. A cool episode of something was launched. Who knows what happened? I don't know. I'm not in the future. Not yet. But what I thought we would do is play a rare repeat episode of a podcast. And I don't do that very often. I like to have fresh content at all times. But we did episode 225 last week, which was the TMNT 2 Drunk Watch. This week what we're going to do is go back all the way to January 17th, 2016. And we're going to replay the episode where Josh joined us here on the Rusted Robot for the very first time. As you recall, the previous 90 episodes were done by me and Bridget. Well, not all 90 of them, because she wasn't on all of them, but I was. I've been on every single episode, I believe, except for, of course, the supplemental episodes and a few others like that. But anyway, that's beside the point. What really matters here is that nobody's listened to this episode for 2 years, and I haven't listened to it either in 2 years, and I'm not listening to it now either, so I'm not going to edit it. It's just going to play as it came out originally all those days ago. 500 and some days ago, I guess, or maybe 600, whatever it is. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to now play a promo for another podcast here on the ESO network, and then I'm just going to launch it, and you're going to listen to an episode from 200 years ago. 2 years ago, time travel, find out all about pop culture from early 2016. It's Josh's first episode. Welcome aboard, Josh. It's been great having you for these last... What? 2016, 2017, and 2018. 3 years, buddy. It's pretty awesome. And here's to 37 more years of Rusted Robot Podcast. But until then, here's a promo for you, and then the episode, and we'll see you next week.
Looking for a different perspective on both new and classic Doctor Who? Come check out the Terminus Doctor Who Podcast at terminus.libsyn.com. Or come look for us on iTunes or your other favorite podcatchers as part of the ESO network. The Terminus Doctor Who Podcast. Queer, opinionated, Whovian, female.
You're listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast, the #1 rated robot-related podcast in northeastern Ontario.
Hello, and welcome to the Rusted Robot Podcast for 2016. This is going to be episode 91. At long last, we are back. It's a bit of a different format. I'm your regular host, Sean, and we have a bit of a round table discussion today. Bridget can't be here because she's stuck in a trash compactor on a detention level, but we do have...
Kitty, the owner of Jump City.
And...
Josh, husband to the owner of Jump City.
Yeah, so here we are, 2016, and what's the big deal? What's going on?
Oh, we recently watched Star Wars, so yay!
Yes, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
Any thoughts on the plot?
Well, I've listened to several podcasts out there. The movie's been out almost a month now, and there's scenario after scenario and all kinds of different ideas, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. Who's
fan theories?
Fan theories.
Yeah.
Fan theories. Yeah. Who's Rey? Is it Luke's daughter? Is it Obi-Wan's daughter? Is it not related? Is it Ben's sister?
I don't think it's Ben's sister.
I don't think it is either.
I kind of want her to be unrelated, but I have a feeling she's probably related. And if she is, I think she's Luke's daughter.
I don't think she might be Luke's daughter, and they may play it that way, but that would make me like Luke a lot less, because he just dropped his daughter off somewhere. I know he gave up on training other Jedi, but wouldn't you at least keep your daughter close?
No, he's crazy now.
Wow,
Spent
maybe.
the last 20 years building things out of very thin stones.
All those stairs?
All the stairs, all those walls
that looked like
don't
a lot of
really
work.
fill
I
anything
think
in.
that was an ancient Jedi temple.
No. Luke clearly built that himself.
I see.
And he was standing at a grave.
Yeah.
As the camera spun around,
Yeah.
as she held out the lightsaber for 10 minutes and her arm was getting sore.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
And the big...
He's just like, did you find a hand with it?
That's right. That's the big joke. That was mint in box. You took it out. You know.
Who's Finn though is what I'm more interested in.
I'm thinking Finn. If everybody's related in the Star Wars universe, like they say, it's either. Yeah, I know. It's either Lando's son or Mace Windu's son.
Wouldn't be his son. It would have to be his grandson.
Grandson, relative, some kind.
Because he was an adult when Anakin was a kid. So
yes, true.
Unless he's a real late bloomer.
Right. So, or he's not related.
I don't think he's related.
I would like him not to be related
I'm
to
going to say
anybody.
he's not related.
I would like him not to be related, but I kind of want him to be, like, Force sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd love it if he was Force sensitive, but I like that he's unrelated. Because there's still other Force users, there's just no Jedi, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was just reading this morning in a deleted scene, Maz Kanata, that girl with the weird eyes.
Yes.
She was so cute. She was like one of my favorites.
She's not a Jedi, like she says, but she could use the Force because there was a scene that they deleted where she hits the... makes all the rocks come down.
Yeah.
And kills all the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I want him to be a Force sensitive. I want him to be trained as a Jedi.
Oh, you wanted to be trained as a Jedi?
I want him to go so that you get the classic two heroes training together.
Montage?
Yeah. Give me a classic 80s montage of them two lightsaber training
Actually, that would be
together.
kind of awesome. I would like if they turned it into an 80s montage. They probably won't, because that would be really weird in the middle
Chasing
of a
alien
space
chickens
movie.
around a farm. Whatever.
yeah.
Punching slabs of tauntaun meat.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's already pretty much like A New Hope, right?
It is.
So why not make it like Rocky?
A lot of people complained about that.
Yes.
J.J. Abrams said that he did it on purpose, and I kind of like that he did it.
Yeah, it connects well. So long as they don't, mirror Empire Strikes Back.
As far as I know, he doesn't intend to, but he wanted to bring back the nostalgia feel for everybody that saw the first movies originally.
Well, because it feels like the first three.
Yeah, and he made people want to love it again like they loved the first movies, and he wanted to, capture new people in the same way that the first movies caught them.
Mm-hmm. Because
and just, because,
the prequels don't feel like Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I like them, but, it's not the same. There wasn't enough Muppets, and then they brought back Muppets. I love the use of Muppets.
Clone Wars is canon.
Yes, the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and so is Rebels.
Right.
Do you think they'll be bringing anything in from those into the second and third movie?
I don't know.
I would like it
because
if they
I
did.
would really like to see Ahsoka.
Okay.
Maybe fill out some of the stuff on what happened to the old clones. Because they're getting old now.
Yeah.
They're still around. What happened? Because they had a lot of personality developed into the clone troopers.
True.
Yeah, I like them a lot. Yeah.
In the show, there was several that were my favorites amongst the clones. You had Fives; he was hilarious. So
I felt really bad for him. They're like, we don't like that we're all numbers. We're gonna have our own individual nicknames. Yeah, you'll be this guy, and you'll be that guy, and you've got a lot of fives in your number. We'll call you Fives. He's like, so I'm basically just still a number? And they're like, yeah, that's what you get.
I never watched the Clone Wars.
No.
And now
So
I think I need to now.
Yeah, you should. Poor Fives. He winds up being really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. He gets teased a lot, which is kind of unfair, because they're all clones.
So they're all the same.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Well, they were all pretty close.
There's a couple clones that are all messed up. And you see one, he works as
so
the janitor.
Brave. Oh, I loved him. Oh, I was so sad.
He worked as a janitor in the Camino facility. And then he dies when the facility is attacked.
He dies heroically.
Yeah, so he was given the rank of ARC Trooper for his record.
Oh, nice.
So like, oh yeah, he died heroically, so posthumously we'll make him one of the good guys instead of just a janitor. I'm like, mocking janitors. Ugh.
Right, because you are one. So
no, I'm maintenance now.
Maintenance now. Well, you were a janitor.
I was for many years,
and now you've been promoted.
Yep.
To ARC Trooper.
Not quite.
Okay. So, did we like the movie overall?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Is it the best one? That's the big debate. Is it better than all the first three? Or
I'd say it's the same as the number 4, which is the first. First? Yes.
Number 4 is the first.
It's the first one, even though it's the 4th one.
In my ranking so far, I go Empire, because you gotta put Empire first. And then I put this one, and then New Hope, and then Return.
And then the other 3.
And that's all the movies they made.
Right, yeah, because there's some holodeck episodes that they created, but they don't count.
Then
no, they're awesome. I love them.
Well, actually,
equally.
no. Then Battle for Endor.
Right.
That is one of the best movies ever.
And
one
then
of the best.
Is it Return to Endor? The second one?
I don't know.
They made 2 of those, I think.
They're both bad.
I know they made at least... they made Battle for Endor, which is hilarious.
I may have seen those when I was 7.
Oh, God.
That's
direct-to-video.
30-odd years ago, so I can't say.
I had not only seen the movie, but I also had a children's book that came with, like, an LP.
Oh, yeah?
That played everything that was written in text.
Nice.
For that. So, like, I really, really like the Ewoks. And I don't care how much slander they get. I love them. It's good.
And that's okay. You're allowed.
Yeah. No one will... Well, people will probably judge me, but I don't care. Their opinions don't matter. I will rule the world.
All right. And how's the store going?
Very well. We're starting to renovate the back.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a wall up. An almost wall. It's insulated. We have an insulated frame up.
We have to put the drywall on.
Yeah, and then it will be a wall. We picked out paint, and it's in the store.
Ooh.
It's not on the wall, but it's there.
Okay.
It's going to be the color of cardboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, it's because it's warm and neutral.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So that's Jump City Comics and Collectibles.
Yes.
At?
229 Pine Street South.
In Timmins, of course.
In Timmins.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be open for a Batman-themed art gallery on February 20th at 7 p.m.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of local artists that do Batman and Gotham-themed art.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Can you name any of the people going to be participating?
Yeah, there's going to be myself, Kitty, co-owner of Jump City. There's going to be Sherry from Cherry Bomb Crafts. There's going to be Tony Bedard, I think, is going to join us. Craig Poirier, who's the one that actually brought up the idea in the first place.
Okay.
He's like a traveling artist.
Oh.
Yeah, he fixes up gross places and turns them into cool art galleries for a night. Who else is going to be there?
And is this art to be sold? Or is it just
yeah,
to be looked at?
For sale. Okay. Oh, and Jeff Goche.
Jeff Goche. I was going to say, if Jeff's not in it, I don't know.
Yeah, no, Jeff is totally going to be there. He's like one of the best artists. So, yeah, he's going to be there. And we're going to see if we can get other artists to be in on it.
That's fantastic. And that takes place February 20th.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. at Jump City.
At Jump City. 229
Pine Street South.
In Timmins.
This is Kitty from Jump City reminding you to subscribe to The Rusted Robot on iTunes and buy all our merch.
Okay. That's excellent.
No plugging there at all.
No. All right. So what else do we want to talk about? Since it's just a round table, we'll just go from topic to topic.
Finally going to make the wife watch Babylon 5.
Yes, that's true. You've been asking me to bring Season 1 of Babylon 5 here for, what, a month?
About that.
And every time I come for the game, I'm like, forgot again. So today I was on my way and I had to actually turn around and go back and get it because I remembered.
I'm glad you did.
You're going to love it.
Yeah, Josh talks about it so often that I'm sure it must be good because he doesn't like too many bad taste things.
It's good. The first season's a bit slow.
Yes.
And you can skip the last season.
Yes, you can.
But
yeah, like Lois and Clark just petered out. At
the middle 3 seasons, best show on TV ever.
And even the last season, after the main arc is finished and they move on to other stuff, it's after that. It's the whole telepath thing afterwards. We can skip that.
Yes.
But when you make a show with a 5-year arc planned out ahead of time, you get a good story. Like Heroes, they planned out the first season. It was a beautiful season. Everybody loves
really
it.
Well done.
After that, it kind of gets crappy.
Well, it never has the same epicness that it did in the beginning.
So you don't get the same
I heard that the
feel.
The
reboot, they've already canceled it.
Yeah, that's really sad. Because I didn't even watch it, and I was like really psyched to watch it, but we lost our cable, so that didn't happen.
We didn't lose our cable. We gave it up.
Well,
Netflix.
Yeah.
Living on Netflix.
Yeah.
So you're a cord cutter.
Yeah. We've been watching all
it's
things
really
on
hard.
Netflix.
It's really hard not having cable anymore. I like just turning it on and having the mindless drone of whatever television show is on at the time. Now I can pause it. There's no more fear of missing my channel.
There you go.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I have a feeling it'll make me less patient.
Well, you'll like Babylon 5 though.
Oh yeah.
That'll be worth it for you. And actually, we're going to be discussing Babylon 5 on an upcoming episode of the Sci-Fi Waffle Podcast.
Ooh.
I'm not sure when that's happening, but
Well, I'll have to make sure to download it onto my phone.
Definitely. That's right. I think we're going to have a bunch of guests on it too.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes. Have you been listening to the Sci-Fi Waffle Podcast?
I haven't had the chance to yet, but I want to. I know, blasphemy.
I think we've done 15 or 16 episodes now.
That's cool.
That's the Sci-Fi Waffle
That's not too
Podcast
many to
with
pack.
Paul Wright.
That's not too many to catch up on. I could do
No.
Excellent.
All right, in other news, by Grapthar's hammer, Alan Rickman passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, that's sad.
That is sad.
It is really, really sad.
Mm-hmm. Hans Gruber, Die Hard. Some dude from Harry Potter.
Oh, he was Snape.
Yes.
He was awesome.
Whatever. Don't watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, no.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome, and these guys are wrong.
He was in Dogma.
Yes.
And he's Metatron in Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he was in Dogma.
Yeah.
I've only seen that show like 8 times.
I enjoy the Smith films, and he was really good in that one.
Yes, he was.
Apparently the wings that they made, because they made animatronic ones, were freaking heavy. And he hurt his back or something doing it.
I believe it.
I have to re-listen to Kevin Smith talk about it, but...
They looked heavy. They looked realistic.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
So...
Yeah, he was the one that couldn't drink the wine. He kept spitting it out.
Well, none of the angels could drink the wine.
Right, but that
he was the voice of God.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
So he was the one that,
stood there and talked while Alanis Morissette just kind of
smiled and looked
weird. Flopped all over the place.
Right. Yeah, so that's sad.
Yeah.
Died, sometime this week, a couple of days ago? 3-4 days ago?
He died a while back, and then they just announced it.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. He actually died last year, at the very end of the year.
Is that right?
Yeah. If I remember correctly. I really could whip out my phone and check, but yeah.
This is the Rusted Robot Podcast. We don't do research here.
No?
No research. No research.
That's what we're known for. We're just known for winging it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So he was 69 and died of cancer. David Bowie was 69 and died of cancer just
I thought
not
he
too
made
long
it to
ago.
70.
No.
Oh.
No. And apparently Grizzly Adams was 74 and died of cancer there a couple of days ago.
Well, with modern medicine, it's getting to the point where a lot of the diseases aren't going to kill you. It's just like cancer's creeping up there in rate of killing you because we're getting everything else fixed. But,
Well, yeah, and on top of that, too, we can detect cancer now, whereas we couldn't always detect it.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, why did he die? I don't know.
Natural
He's
causes.
old. Yeah.
That's true.
Or, if you go back far enough, God's will!
God's will.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in a video game years and years and years ago?
He who?
Who's that? Which
Alan
one?
Rickman.
I don't
in a
know.
video game?
Yeah, no. Yeah, he was... I think he did a thing for one of the video games. No, I can't remember. Oh, God.
Maybe it was a Harry Potter.
You could whip out your phone and check, but You're not going to do that.
I actually turned it off, so we didn't get a call during the podcast.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'm a considerate person.
You are considerate.
I didn't do that.
I know.
You didn't do that.
No, because I'm going to rule the world, remember?
Right. From your comic book perch.
Yes.
Yes.
There will be a Jump City in every
town.
Every land.
Yes.
A comic book for every person.
There
just
you go.
one, though.
Yeah, just one.
That's all you get. You only get one.
Everybody gets one.
That's right. All right. What else do we want to talk about? It's been so long since I've done a podcast that I don't remember how.
So, we covered Star Wars.
Yes. And what did we give that movie on a scale of 10? How many rivets does it get?
Do I get to be the decider? Because I am the ruler of worlds?
Yes, but we'll just give our individual ratings.
I will give it an 8.
I was going to give it an 8.
7.5.
Yeah.
7.5.
That's not bad.
Well, I could have gone 7.2222 ad infinitum.
Yeah, well, that's...
That sounds like something you would have done, actually.
It does.
I'm surprised you didn't.
That's how he doles out experience for D&D.
It was good. I liked the story, but because it was so familiar, it didn't bring anything new. So it's solid, but not groundbreaking.
Right.
So 7.5.
I do have to say that I liked BB-8 an awful lot. Like, I thought he would be very, this is the new R2, but he was endearing and adorable.
Okay, so when he flicks out the little flame...
It's a thumbs up. It is.
Is it a thumbs up?
It is.
Or did he flip him the bird?
Oh.
No.
Because when he did it in the theater, I thought he flipped him the bird.
See, I thought he was giving him the thumbs up, because if he was flipping him the bird, he totally would have told on him, right away.
Or zapped him
again.
again.
F you, man.
Yeah.
You can still be like, oh, I'll keep this secret, but be angry about it.
I don't think BB-8 does anger. That's not his way. He's adorable.
Well,
and cute.
I took it in the theater that he flipped him the bird. Like, I'll keep your secret. And flipped him the bird.
Maybe you're an angry person inside.
Maybe.
Because I'm
full of rage-ahol.
Yeah, rage-ahol. You can't live without rage! I would have made it a thumbs up.
I thought it was a thumbs up.
I thought he was flipping the bird. That's the impression that I got.
Well, you're evil, so...
You have a Facebook page for this, right?
For what?
For
the podcast? I do, yeah.
All right. Everybody on the podcast that's listening to the podcast, go to the Facebook page and tell us whether you think it was him flipping the bird or giving the thumbs up.
Facebook.com/The Rusted Robot Podcast. I think.
And back me up. Back me up. He was flipping the bird.
He was not. You'll only do that if you're full of rage and hate.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Yeah, but they're oatmeal raisin. And I made them.
Yes, you did.
I did make them.
Mm-hmm.
I make the best oatmeal raisin cookies.
Do you ever?
And they fill people with love and warmth, so they come back over to my side. Which is undetermined whether it's good or evil, but it is my side, and I rule. And everybody gets one comic book in my world.
There's no arguing with her, is there?
No.
I try not to.
Yeah.
That's wise.
He just goes off into random tangents, so...
It's true.
I've noticed.
It doesn't make sense to argue with me.
No, it really doesn't. Speaking of random tangents, this past session of D&D was pretty good for not going off on random tangents, which we often do.
Yes.
Yeah, only about 10% of the time was on a random tangent.
Today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did really well.
I wonder if that's because Luke wasn't here today.
No, Luke's the one generally trying to bring the party back to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because he's here.
We feel free to go off on random tangents. Well,
yeah.
he's like,
well,
no,
Luke's like,
everybody come on.
no, we have to do this thing. It's really important. It's life or death. And we'd be like, so blah 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 blah. We're gonna have this party.
But we did talk about the attractiveness of Star Trek female characters.
Oh, that's what we were talking about.
And because
you're all wrong.
At the local convention that's coming up, at the NOE,
Northern Ontario Expo.
Fan Expo, or whatever they're calling it.
Northern Ontario Expo.
Yes. May 7th, 8th?
Yep, May 7th and 8th.
2016. Where's it being held?
At the Sportsplex Arena.
At the Sportsplex Arena.
Yeah.
On Ontario Boulevard? Was that the address?
I think so.
I don't know. It's by the high school, right?
Yeah, by the Ontario High School.
It's by the high school.
Yes. Deanna Troy, Marina Sirtis, herself is going to be the special guest.
Yeah.
Which led us into the conversation about who we think is the most attractive.
Yes.
I'm really happy because she's one of my favorite characters from the show. Okay. So, it'd be great to see her.
Yes.
I really like her. I've enjoyed her a lot.
And who did you say was the most attractive female character, Katie?
Oh, well, you didn't say most attractive female character. You just said the most attractive character from Star Trek is, and then you went off on your big tangent about how much you love Wesley Crusher's mom, Beverly Crusher.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I was just like, no, the most attractive character from Star Trek is Patrick Stewart. Because it is. It just
like
is.
of all 5 Star Treks?
Of all of them.
All of them?
All new, old, everything. It's Patrick Stewart, and he's still the most attractive.
Well, he hasn't aged since 1984.
I know, he's beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's the love of me and other fangirls that's keeping him young.
So he like feeds off their adoration.
Yes.
Like eating a soul of some kind and
Yeah,
keeping it young.
yeah.
Okay.
That's probably what it is. That and Earl Grey tea.
Hot.
Yes.
All right.
He really does drink Earl Grey tea.
Well,
Apparently they had to write it into his character because he drank it so much.
Because he's British.
Yeah.
And that's what he does.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And you think Crusher, Beverly
Crusher,
is the most attractive?
Yep, she's my favorite.
Of all time? Like, of all the series? Or
she's at the top 3. She's floating in the top 3.
Okay, who else you have up there?
T'Pol.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she is really pretty. She's really pretty.
And Jerry Ryan.
7 and 9. Right.
But Crusher, T'Pol, and 7 and 9 are floating at the same level.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he loves Crusher.
Okay.
Got that big 80s hair.
Yeah.
And it's red.
Yeah.
So the red gives her a distinct advantage?
And the sparkly eyeballs. She has
very distinctive eyes.
Yeah.
And she can dance.
Which is...
Oh yeah, that's right. She does tap dancing. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, she was a choreographer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She did the choreography for a movie. Which one was it?
Probably quite a few.
Yeah, there's one that was fairly famous that she did. Now, can't remember.
No. Did she do the one for Labyrinth?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not sure.
I think Bowie could handle that on his own.
Yeah.
No, they have a choreographer for that film.
Mm-hmm.
You need to organize it for camera view. He's not used to working for a camera.
Okay.
So he had to, you have a guy like, you dance here, you do this, you da-da-da.
You dance here, you dance there, you dance everywhere.
Yes. Let's dance.
Yes, just dance everywhere.
Right. Okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about D&D for our listening audience? Because I've talked about it on the podcast, but I don't have any great knowledge of it. How did you get into it?
In early 90s, my brother brought home a copy of the Robotech RPG. Okay. And I was 13 at the time. I read over the rules and we played a sample game, and it was fun. And then a couple years later, a friend of his, who he had gotten the Robotech book from, brought Riffs. We started playing Riffs, which is a Palladium fantasy sci-fi mashup world thing. And then my friend introduced me to D&D. The first character played was a ranger who died in the first fight that we got into.
Okay.
Because a pack of wolves ripped us apart.
Oh.
So...
You guys got defeated by wolves?
No. I died. Everybody else ran away.
Oh.
Everybody else
ran
ran
away. An animal.
Yeah, but we were level 1, so I had... I rolled hit points 2.
Oh.
I had 2 hit points. The first wolf did 4 damage to me.
That was the end of you.
That was the end of me.
That's hilarious.
In fact, my next character, who I played within the hour, was a wizard, and I had 4 hit points, twice as much as my ranger had.
Did he also die?
No, he did not die.
Oh, good.
But started playing, so I've been playing since the early 90s in different RPGs. So, long time now. Wow.
Like 20 years.
Yeah. Once I got playing into the D&D, I really enjoy it. So I started collecting all of the 2nd edition AD&D books. I've taken a look at 3rd edition, didn't like it. Looked at 3.5, didn't like it. 4 looked interesting, but I never really got into it because I'm not going to buy more books. Because
not different books.
Yeah, or have a large
You could buy
collection.
more of the same that we have because it would be cohesive with the worlds that we have.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna start a new RPG for a variation of another fantasy game.
That's basically just the same as the one that we have.
Yeah. So I got what?
And then there's D&D
30
Next
books?
out now, which is D&D 5th
5.
edition, and I understand that one's really good.
Mhm.
Like, if you don't already own all of the other ones from other books.
Yeah.
Because they're reprinting some of the old books now.
Which is awesome.
It is awesome.
You're gonna replace some of my fading and dying players' handbooks.
Yeah, they only do PHBs,
DMGs and Monster Manual.
Monstrous Manual. Those are the only ones that they redid.
That's fine.
But those are the ones that get damaged the fastest.
Most. Yeah, because you use them the most. Particularly the players' handbooks. They get passed around and dropped, and people use them to, while writing their character, they hold the book open so it damages the spine.
Yeah.
People are gentle with my books.
It's always Danny.
Well, Danny's the worst.
He is the worst.
And he's not even here to defend himself right now.
Well, he would tell you he'll curl the cover and the preceding
soft cover
pages
books.
around the book to hold it so that it's just like a pad.
Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
You don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does that with my soft cover books.
Yeah.
In fact, he did that with my collector's edition of one of my Palladium books.
Of course he did.
He just bent it right back, so I just walked up with another book behind him and hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, poor Danny.
As one does.
He's sustained a lot of head damage over the years.
Well, that explains a lot then.
Yeah, well, it's mostly just because he keeps doing it and he won't stop.
Oh.
And he's also written in the book to make notations to himself.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, "Well, it's on glossy paper. I can just erase it." I'm like, "Yeah, but now you're leaving pencil marks in it. Like the actual graphite will go away, but you'll still leave the lines written there."
Yeah, and it never really comes off of gloss. Well, it never really comes off of anything. I can always see it. And my eyes are bad.
So that's the start of D&D, and then you became...
Well, by the time I reached high school, so 4 years in, I realized, like most of the people that played, couldn't run a good game where it was balanced.
Okay.
We either got super powered really fast, or we got so outmatched it wasn't funny.
Killed by wolves?
Well, no, the killed by wolves, that was...
a fluke.
We got 4 players, ran into 2 wolves in the woods, and they just ripped us apart. Yeah, well, that's when it happens.
4 players against 2 wolves and you died and the rest ran away?
Yeah.
Worst party ever.
The wolves have the same amount of hit points we did.
Oh my god.
So, anyways,
That's awful.
realized that I could run a fairly decent game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody seemed to enjoy them, so I ended up running it more and more and more, to the point where I had to say, okay, I'm not running this game because I want to play. So I end up running it 95% of the time.
Okay.
Yes, he's our resident dungeon master.
I don't like the title, but...
All
You
right.
like being the dungeon master?
No.
You'd be the game master. Game master. But that makes you sound like you might be from like a horror movie.
And you need a cape and a scepter.
Ooh,
and a fancy hat.
that'd be cool.
I'm wearing
yeah.
no fancy hat.
You gotta wear a fancy hat.
You want a cape and a scepter?
Everybody wants a cape and a scepter.
You could hit Danny with your scepter.
I didn't mention anything about that, I just said no fancy hat.
All right, that's fair. So we've been playing this game for about a year now.
A little over a year.
Roughly. When did we start? Do you remember?
Shortly after we opened the store.
Yeah, it was in the fall. Or early winter.
Yeah, it wasn't 2015?
Yeah,
it was 2015.
Right?
We opened
'Cause
the store in
now-
December.
Because today we're
No,
recording
we
this,
we
January
officially opened
16.
in December, but we actually did that soft opening in November.
No. We actually were able to open in December.
December 1st, 2014, right?
We were ready to open in November, but
We were open in November. We had sales in November.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Anyway.
I looked on the records. I thought we were.
No.
Whatever.
So early January of 2015 we started this game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So about a year.
Yeah.
Because we're January 16 today.
Yeah.
Right.
We're the 16th of January today?
We are. And based on your 20-odd years of experience, how would you say this game is progressing?
Well,
since this is my first campaign ever, I don't know anything.
This is your first campaign, and Luke has only been playing for about 6 months more than you have.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, he's new.
So, you're staying in character. We have a new player that joined us, Amy. She's also fairly inexperienced, not super experienced. So you guys are staying in character. You seem to be coming up with good ideas, or kind of good ideas.
Right, as best we can.
It's all of our tangents that we keep
I-
having.
actually,
like,
since-
we even have them in character. We're just like, this is our mission. We're going to go out and we're going to do this mission. And then we're like, maybe we should murder those guys over there.
Yeah, actually, since the last podcast was recorded back in November, you have joined the game as well, Kitty.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because
Yeah,
that's
they
a
did
fairly
make-
recent development.
Yeah. I also am playing now. Yes.
And how are you enjoying it?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. My character doesn't get along super well with all of your characters. But I have to follow with your group because I was told to by my superiors.
Right.
I like it. Sometimes it's hard to play a character that doesn't enjoy hanging around with everybody else, though.
Well, I'm enjoying it. I don't really know what I'm doing still. You're in, but
It's pretty fun.
I think I'm doing all right, I guess.
I think you're doing well.
You're doing well. You're not going to know all the rules unless you sit down and read the rule book.
Right.
And while I've done that, most people don't.
Okay, good, because I haven't.
So long as you have some people in the game that know, the rules of how to do things.
Yeah.
You'll slowly pick them up. Like, I don't have to tell you which dice are which anymore.
Right.
Or, okay, it's time to attack. Grab that dice. Roll against this number.
Right.
You got that down right now, so you're already picking up the rules. And everything else will just come.
Yeah.
Like, I try to keep it so that you guys don't have to do much of the rule work. I try to make that as much background as I can, so that you guys can just enjoy playing.
Which we are.
Because sometimes if you get super bogged down and okay, my attack plus this, because I'm hiding from this,
right?
All the modifiers, and you sit down spending 15 minutes with a calculator trying to figure out, okay, did I hit the guy or not?
Yeah.
Is that how some games go with other people?
If you play super rules heavy, use all the optional rules, I've got cover, I've got a partial shielding, I got this, I got that, terrain advantage, I'm downhill, the wind's blowing in from the east.
Oh, boy.
You can get into some complicated stuff.
Who has time for that?
Yeah.
Some nerds do.
Mm.
You play, the guys that play the heavy tabletop ones.
Yeah.
Where you got the pieces and you're like, okay, I got here, I'm 12 squares away, each square is this, adding this advantage. They're going back to the old days back from, RPGs started out from the tabletop games where they would play, war games on the table. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
With the miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it started way back then with, replicating battles. So those were really rule heavy.
Okay.
So some people have carried that tradition of oh, gotta know all the rules, play it complicated.
We're more about story. We're half rule nerds and half drama nerds.
I mostly try to make the rules as background as I can. So that, I do a lot of the rolling while you guys are talking to figure out different advantages and whatnot.
Sometimes you make us plan out. Sometimes we try our best to plan out advanced strategies if we're planning a big attack, but then Dan's character just kind of runs in and ruins our plans anyway. So.
But that's not rules. That's in game. You guys are developing a strategy.
Yeah.
That's not a rules issue. That's just you guys planning things out, and Danny just running in headlong.
It never works every single time.
He's a Leroy Jenkins type.
Which is funny though, because a lot of the time the plan is his plan.
Yeah.
And he comes up with a beautiful, it's gonna work plan.
Yeah.
But then he just runs in there screaming after just saying, okay, our first mode will be to cast Cloud of Silence, or Globe of Silence over there, so they won't hear us coming. But then, instead of doing that, he just runs in,
Right. He doesn't wait for other people. He makes his plan.
Yeah.
And it's okay, first one,
It's super funny.
Katie, you cast Globe of Silence, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then I'll do this.
Yeah.
So we roll initiative. He gets high enough. He goes, I go do my thing. Which is well, everybody else hasn't done their thing yet because you're going first. So his plans usually involve him rushing in to attack.
Yeah. Poor Dan.
And then
he's just too gung-ho.
And then almost slaughtering the party because he, doesn't take the carefully strategized
It's
plan.
usually hilarious, though. Like, it results in a lot of hilarity.
It has so far, I've noticed. Yeah.
This game, he's better.
Is it, yeah?
He's been much, much worse in the past.
Oh, really?
We've had people die. Like, well, not... We've had their characters die. No actual players have died.
They had to rush this 3-story tall monster that can summon more monsters to it at will.
Okay.
Through a thing.
It was they're called, like raptors.
Yeah. So, they had a really good strategy for taking it on.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to act last to run it in with his magic sword.
Okay.
He rolled initiative and just ran in. First action.
Of course he did.
Like, it's not even like, I forgot where we were in the sequence. No. Literally first action, and he just runs in.
Mm.
It cost the party one guy, completely dead.
Yeah.
And 3 people had to be, saved from the brink of death.
Okay.
And 1 person had to be raised from the dead.
Ah.
Yeah.
All because he didn't have patience.
All because he didn't have patience.
All right.
Had it not been for Katie's character having the ability to raise 1 person from the dead, or had she been incapacitated herself, well, her character was a male, but had he been incapacitated, the party would have been dead.
Right.
It would have been wiped out.
Okay.
Yeah, the person who I brought back from the dead saved 2 of the other people who were almost dead. Yeah, we were gonna die. We almost all died.
And it was his plan.
Right.
And it was really well planned out. He planned it out beautifully. It would have totally worked.
But he acted first and acted rashly.
And it was hilarious, and we all mock him for it to this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was his plan with the monster where he threw a rope around his neck.
Oh,
yeah. They were in a cave, right? Monster guarding the treasure. Massive beast, 2-story house-sized creature. Right? He throws a rope around his neck.
Yeah.
Thinking, I'll hold it down so everybody else can fight it.
Okay.
But he got somebody else to hold the other end, and then they were just dangling from either end.
They tied themselves, the rope to them, so they wouldn't slip out.
So they wouldn't slip out, and instead they were both just dangling from this 2-story tall monster. And then they're like, save us, because they couldn't do anything. That was hilarious.
So, yeah. Fun times.
They couldn't be hit, though, from where they were.
Oh, well, that's good, at least.
They were dangling behind its neck over its back. So they couldn't get hit, but they couldn't do anything because they were tied to it.
Right.
It was really funny. Good time.
It's always an adventure with Danny.
Yes, it really is.
Yeah.
In real life, too. He gets into shenanigans in real life.
Yeah,
we should really have him on the podcast sometime.
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
He's living comedic relief.
Yeah.
But always good to be around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's a real fun guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Danny, we love you, but sometimes you gotta follow through on your plans. And quit bending our books.
Yeah. That's how you get whacked upside the head.
Yeah.
Right.
And all that information is lost.
What else do we want to talk about?
Okay, so we talked about Star Wars, new store, celebrities we loved who lost. What else is...
Are we looking forward to seeing Deadpool in a month?
Oh yeah, Deadpool's coming up soon.
February 12th?
I'm excited about it. It's going to be funny.
I'm not a fan of Deadpool.
He's comedic relief.
Yeah, but you can't base a movie on comedic relief.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
That's like how Jim Carrey built his whole career.
Yeah, most Jim Carrey movies I can't watch.
Oh, you're the worst.
You know, I've never watched Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, well, that one is like one of the worst.
I dumped a girl over that.
What?
I dumped a girl.
Explain.
We watched the movie, right? We
Yeah.
went to her place and we watched the movie.
Okay.
And she told me that it is the best movie ever made, and that anyone who doesn't like it obviously has no intellect. I'm like, well, that's fine. Well,
I'll call you later.
See you never. And I left.
Good call.
Because can't date somebody that thinks that's the best movie ever.
No.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah, but you can't defend a movie on I didn't hate it.
But the movies that I love, a lot of them are awful.
I enjoy a really bad movie.
Like Sharknado. I love Sharknado.
But
That's like my go-to movie
it's
that
not
I love
good.
to show people how much I love really bad movies.
I enjoy bad movies. But this movie is not bad in a way that can be enjoyable. It's just bad.
Maybe it's... When I saw it, I was like a child, though. And I saw it at a drive-in. Certain parts of the movie were so funny, I almost choked on popcorn.
No, I could not. I don't like that movie.
I like slapstick humor.
And that's okay. You're allowed to like whatever you like.
Of course.
Everybody has
like
different
Ace Ventura? Like, how can
Oh,
you
I like Ace Ventura, too.
I have to consider what happened with our marriage.
It's because I'm tolerant and I like a lot more things than you do. Because you're full of rage and hate, remember? All the rage-a-hall?
Yes! Lightning McQueen here, and I use Rusty's medicated bumper ointment, new rear-end formula. Nothing sues a rusty bumper like Rusty's. Wow, look at that shine. Use Rusty's, and you, too, can look like me. Good job!
He's trying to cut down.
I just can't give up my rage-a-hall. But I'm not... I'm like, okay, it's...
No, it's bad. You can say it's bad and not like it because it's bad.
No, about Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
If it was a Marvel production, I'd be more excited.
But it's a Fox production of a Marvel property.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a little frightening. I'm going to see it and
Fox
see how it comes.
really doesn't have a great track record with that.
Oh, are you talking about Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I'm talking about Fantastic
Which
Four.
I don't know anybody who's seen it, but...
I've seen part of it.
Yeah?
I know people who've seen it and they were
not
very
that
sad.
good.
Yeah, I've heard nothing good.
Yeah, and the poor director. Like, everybody's harping on him. But if you're given a pile of crap, what are you supposed to do with it?
Because he didn't write it. He just directed what he was given.
Yeah, and they took away part of his budget.
Oh.
They already started shooting, and they're like, oh, by the way, you've lost so much of your budget. Which affects on how you're going to shoot the film.
Of course.
Yeah, an extra $40 million to do the action sequence, and you've already spent the money, and suddenly you've lost part of your budget.
There goes your movie.
The rest of the movie will be done with duct tape and cardboard.
That's right.
So it's like, and the other X-Men movies, they're not the greatest either.
I don't know.
I like them.
I'm really tolerant. I like them.
I like X-Men, the first one, because what did we have in the way of superhero films at that time?
Right.
Not much. Then
We did have Spider-Man.
X2 was good.
No, the original X-Men came up before Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
X2 was good, but they were still in the let's not do the costumes thing phase.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we like about superheroes, is that they wear their costumes.
The costumes.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you can't take our superhero films seriously if they wear the fancy costumes.
It's like, but they started off in fancy costumes and people...
But
that's their thing.
Marvel has proven them wrong.
Yeah.
The third X-Men film...
We don't talk about the third X-Men film.
My God, that's terrible.
I've never seen it.
First Class was...
It was good.
I really like First Class.
Yeah.
Listen to the inflection you had to put on your voice.
Yeah.
It was good.
No, I don't care. I love it. It was awesome. It was a good time.
And Days of Future Past, gotta throw in that Wolverine, because you can't make an X-Men movie without Wolverine.
You can't.
It was funny that he was in there. I don't care. That was funny. It was well done.
What?
Well, you just like seeing his butt.
That's true.
and I like the first Wolverine movie.
I haven't seen the first Wolverine movie.
No?
Nor what was it? I didn't watch the X-Men's Origin one, and I didn't watch The Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we miss a lot of movies just
I
because
see that.
we don't go to theaters.
Right.
We've only been to the theater maybe 3 times in 2015.
Star Wars?
Or, okay, sorry, no, I've been 3 times because my dad took me twice.
Didn't we watch anything else in 2015?
No. We don't
Really?
go places, we don't do things.
Oh.
I thought we watched something. Yeah, we did.
What?
Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, yeah, we saw
Okay, that was
Ant-Man.
fantastic.
That was really, really good.
I really liked Ant-Man. Like I said, Marvel so far, they haven't made a bad movie.
No.
Everybody's like, oh, is this the one that's going to break them?
Right.
Are they going to mess up on this one? How are they going to do Ant-Man? Or how are they going to do Guardians of the Galaxy?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Marvel says, we're making Howard the Duck. I'll be like, all right, watching it.
And it'll probably be good.
It
It'll be
probably
fantastic.
would be good.
So, yeah.
And I don't even like Howard the Duck.
Well, nobody likes Howard the Duck.
I give...
Josh loves Howard the Duck.
Some people like Howard the Duck.
It's okay, too. Like, I know people who love Howard the Duck. I had the Howard the Duck... I had an awful Howard the Duck action figure.
Oh, we watched it all the time as a kid. It was always on TV.
Yeah, even it was not appropriate for kids, though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I watched it also. Watching it again as an adult, I was like, wow! Why was I allowed to watch this
It's one of those bad movies you can like.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No,
but,
it's not good.
But you can like it.
But
I don't understand why everybody thought he was so attractive. He's a little stumpy duck man.
Right.
Why is he attractive?
Because little stumpy duck men are really hot, don't you?
No, I don't even understand.
He's really hot.
Ugh. The only way I would consider him really hot is if he was cooked. But I wouldn't eat him. I'd just be like, yeah, that duck is really hot because it would be cooked.
All right. Okay.
But I wouldn't eat it because that's gross.
All right. So,
what's coming up in the Marvel lineup right now?
Doctor Strange at the end of the year.
Doctor Strange.
Captain America: Civil War in May, I think.
Kind of looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Actually, on the last episode of Sci-Fi Waffle, we did a upcoming movie show. So
Okay.
so that'll be out actually Wednesday coming up.
Well, that explains why I don't know the lineup.
Right. And I didn't bring my notes because.
So, looking forward. The Captain America. Of the Avengers, he's the one that interests me the least.
Oh, I like him.
He
He's so polite. And he doesn't like cussing.
He interests me the least amongst the Avengers.
I'd be good with another 10 Iron Man films, solo films.
I love Iron Man,
Iron Man.
too. We own them all.
Yeah.
Although that might be because I'm a little obsessed. I just really like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And he plays the perfect Iron Man.
He does.
Definitely.
So really like those. I like to see Marvel's take on a
The Hulk?
on a Hulk movie.
Right, because they were.
The last few were like
Was
outsourced.
Was that Fox or somebody else? I don't think it was Fox, but.
There was one that was good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you remember the one that we saw that was really good? It was,
Well, there's two. There's the Ang Lee one and the other one.
Ed Norton and Eric Bana were the two.
I wish I could remember which one it was.
Wasn't the Ang Lee, because the Ang Lee was terrible.
No. It was the one that was kind of realistic.
Yeah.
And he had to get a blood transfusion from somebody at some point.
Yeah, that was the Norton one.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a good time.
It was okay.
Yeah.
But it didn't fall into the same categories as the rest of the Marvel films.
No.
You're just picky about movies.
I'm just saying the other Marvel films, they haven't made a mistake yet.
I don't understand how you can be so picky about movies and really like Howard the Duck.
Because, like I am, he's a movie snob. We like what we like, and we know what's good.
Well, I know what's good.
It's a thing.
No, that's okay. You can be wrong.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
It's terrible. Maybe I'm the one filled with rage and hate.
I wouldn't doubt that.
That explains a lot, actually.
Oh yeah, the maniacal laughter.
Yes.
The tenting of the fingers. No, I'm totally nice.
That's how you appear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm awesome.
Are you?
Yeah.
And you tell us so.
Yes.
All right.
And you believe me.
Because you have
For reasons unknown.
You have Jedi mind tricks.
That must be it. I wave my arms around a lot.
That's right. Yes. All right, so that is episode 91 of the Rusted Robot Podcast, first episode for 2016.
Yay!
I'd like to thank you guys for being part of the roundtable discussion. Are you guys on Twitter? No. You're not on Twitter?
Nope, I don't use any social media.
Okay. All right, well, I am on Twitter at at Darth Vaderloo. You can find me there. You can find the podcast. Well, you must have found it already because you're listening to this, but tell all your friends. therustedrobot.podbean.com. Like us on Facebook. Review us on iTunes.
And you can also visit Jump City either in person or at jumpcitycomics@gmail.com. Or
no, that's your email address.
Yeah, that is.
Are you on Facebook?
If you want to contact the store, that's how. But if you go to jumpcitycomics.com, that is our Facebook page. It'll just bring you there from there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we have the .com now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Very excellent. And you can email The Rusted Robot at therustedrobot@gmail.com. And I'd like to thank everybody for reaching out to us for the last few months, asking us where we were and wanting us to come back. And here we are. So thanks for that. Appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll be back again soon. And until next time, remember, by Grapthar's hammer you shall be avenged.
Thank you for listening. Visit them at therustedrobot.podbean.com. Subscribe on iTunes. And don't forget to come back again and recharge your robot. Rusted Robot.
Own. He's Jabba the Hutt. He's a gangster, 90% but high blood pressure on this pleasure barge. He always lives large with big bodyguards. He never wears clothes, 'cause he's baller. He puts on these shows. Girls wear collars, she danced for a bit. Got dropped in the pit, now she's rankers. 'Cause he rolls like this. Lick you with his tongue on the trapdoor. Don't get it on your face, he has cold sores. Move like Jabba, I'm eating food like Jabba. Wish I could move like Jabba. No Jedi mind tricks can control him. The force bounces off his double chin. With them moves like Jabba, he's got big boobs like Jabba. I got to move like Jabba. My little bro is a Jedi Knight, and you got my man stuck in carbonite. So fat and greedy, probably got diabetes, like Wilfred Brimley. So eat them frogs, 'cause it's warm and nice. Grab this chain, oh Jabba, take your life. You put me in this outfit, my little bro will see this. Can't believe we're kids. Ew, 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 ew. I think he liked it. His big slimy tongue will seduce you. Like salacious crumb when he shows you these moves like Jabba. I'm getting nude like Jabba. I got to move like Jabba. Goes to space buffets and eats it all. That's why he's got really high cholesterol. With the moves like Jabba, we've got the moves like Jabba. I've got the moves like Jabba.
This has been a Valley of Vanderloo podcast production, all rights reserved.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.